Thank you for stopping by. I am Tutor Cletus Okoli. Today, we shall be solving this question on the board. 1 all over 1 plus a raised to the power x minus y plus 1 all over 1 plus a raised to the power y minus 1. The topic is indices. So let's begin. I have solution. Then I am given 1 all over 1 plus, here I will apply the law of indices. A raised to the power x minus y is the same thing as a raised to the power x all over a raised to the power y plus 1, this one, all over 1, this one, plus a raised to the power y minus x will be written as a raised to the power y all over a raised to the power x. That is the division law of indices. Now moving forward, here I want this one to have a denominator 1. I also want this one to have a denominator 1. That means from the denominator, I will now have the LCM to be my LCM at the denominator is a raised to the power y for the left hand side. This one is this. So I'm solving now the denominator side from the left hand side. So that means 1 divide a raised to the power y will give me a raised to the power y multiplied by this one will give me a raised to the power y plus a raised to the power y divide a raised to the power y will give me 1, and 1 times a raised to the power x will give me a raised to the power x, then plus 1 all over the same thing from the right hand side, the denominator part. I will have that the LCM of 1 and the a raised to the power x is a raised to the power x. Therefore, 1 divided a raised to the power x will give me a raised to the power x times 1 will give me a raised to the power x. I go again, a raised to the power x times a raised to the power x will give me 1, and 1 times a raised to the power y will give me a raised to the power y. Now moving forward, I am going to have this one. This line is division line divided by a raised to the power y plus a raised to the power x all over a raised to the power y. That is what I have by the left hand side. Then this plus sign 1 still divided by, that is division line, divided by a raised to the power x plus a raised to the power y all over a raised to the power x. Now, when I change division sign to multiplication, it is going to be 1 times, I will now flip it and then have a raised to the power y all over a raised to the power y plus a raised to the power x. Plus, I come to this place, I change the division sign to multiplication. I will also move this denominator to the numerator, and the denominator will come down to the numerator will come down to the denominator. So that becomes a raised to the power x all over a raised to the power x plus a raised to the power y. So this is what I have. Now, let's continue. I want to multiply it at 1 times this will give me a raised to the power y, then all over a raised to the power y plus a raised to the power x. That is when I use 1 to multiply. Plus my sign. Then I have 1 times this expression will still give me a raised to the power x all over a raised to the power x plus a raised to the power y. So that is what I will have from the right hand side. Now, looking at it now, I will now find the LCM. I want you to know the commutative law that says that a plus b is equal to b plus a. That is the addition law. Commutativity law, it says that a plus b is equal to b plus a. That means 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. That they mean the same thing, okay? That 2 plus 3 is 5 and 3 plus 2 is still 5. That means if I have here a raised to the power y plus a raised to the power x, it is the same thing as a raised to the power x plus a raised to the power y. So what I have by the right hand side is the same thing to what I have by the left hand side. So the LCM, they are the same. is a raised to the power x plus a raised to the power y. So that is my LCM now. Using that, it means that a raised to the power y plus a raised to the power x will divide to give me 1. And when I use it to multiply a raised to the power y, I will get a raised to the power y plus. Then, if I use this also to divide the LCM, I will get 1. And when I use that 1 to multiply this, I will still get a raised to the power x. Permit me now to write it, since we say that a raised to the power y plus a raised to the power x is the same thing as a raised to the power x plus a raised to the power y. So I can write it as a raised to the power x plus a raised to the power y all over a raised to the power x plus a raised to the power y. As you can see, what I have at the numerator is the same thing as what I have at the denominator. Meaning, when I cancel out, my answer is 1. So, in conclusion, we can simply say that when we work on this, 1 all over 1 plus a raised to the power x minus 1 plus 1 all over 1 plus a raised to the power y minus x, the result will give us 1. Thank you. Share the video. God bless you.